Here's a PS to my last post. In that earlier post, I explained the thought that God flooded the earth to preserve the human genetic code from being corrupted by rebellious angels. I know that sounds wild, but that thought is not new, nor is it original with me. On that basis, all of humanity, men, women, everyone, except Noah and his family, had to be destroyed. And do understand that children of genetically modified humans are also genetically modified. God needed a pure human line to complete his plan of redemption of mankind. The cancer impregnated by Satan needed to be eliminated to keep God's plan intact, like it or not. So there's that basis for the flood, in addition to the pervasive evil of mankind that we see in Genesis 6:5, the total rejection of God's goodness that defined the pre-flood earth. But going back to Genesis 6:4, we read, the Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards. In that afterwards of Genesis 6:4, we find God commanding that certain tribes be exterminated completely as Israel invades the land of Canaan. Deuteronomy 20:16 through 18 tells us, only in the cities of these peoples that the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance, you shall not leave anything that breathes alive. Instead, you shall utterly destroy them, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, and the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Later in 1 Samuel 15:3, God adds the Amalekites to the list. So we have 7 tribes that God insists be wiped out completely. But note that in verse 16 in Deuteronomy 20, God begins, only in the cities of these people. And he mentions the 6 tribes. That is, wipe out these 6 completely, but only these. There were other tribes in the land of Canaan. So why would God specify only 6 or 7 for annihilation? I believe we have the Nephilim issue here as before the flood. Here is the and after part of Genesis 6:4. An additional attempt by Satan to corrupt the human genetic code. And to stop it yet again, God had to do surgery on that particular cancer. You may not like it, but it all fits together, and it all makes sense.